Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. There are three kinds of people in the world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. I was thinking about it, but I want to, but I wish I could, but these are the excuses we give for sitting on our butts. We tell ourselves we are waiting for something to happen. We tell ourselves something is missing. We tell others, people, we will do it, whatever it may be, but we never do. If you think what you need is not there, find it. If you cannot find it, make it. If you cannot make it, find someone who can. If you do not have the money to pay them to make it, get it done on credit. If you have no one to borrow from, ask someone else to borrow it for you. If you do not have credit, get some. If you cannot get credit, go out and do something that someone will pay you for so that you can pay for what you need. There are no buts so big they cannot be moved. Once you move the butt, everything else will follow. I would sit here, but I have something to do. Yeah. Nice. That was cute. Nice. Yes. You know, it's so easy to say, you know, okay, I'm about to do this, or I can't do this, or I wish I can do this, or it's so easy to do that part. But when you actually do it, you feel good about it. So get off your butts, people. Get off your butts.
Find a way.
Find a way. Okay? Do it. Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 86 of the Just Being Me podcast. We want to thank you again, and as always, for tuning into our podcast. As you hear, Miss Mary is here on the Zoomer. She's over there on the other side of my computer. We want to say, hey, y'all, to the, everybody that tuned in last week. Last week, well, it aired on Thursday, but we recorded a day early, and I'll tell you why in our weekend review. But continue to spread the word to your friends and your family about our podcast, and we just, if you can find it, you can find it, if you can find it. Where you find us? Where did you find us? Wherever you are right now. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under Podcasts. All right, let me just get my mouth together here. Let me get my words together. Jump into the weekend review. What you do this weekend? What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
Well, I did some shopping.
All right. That we like shopping.
Sunday, I just did a little bit. And what else did I do? I did not cook anything this weekend. I got very sick on Friday night, and I was down all day Saturday, and we'll cover that a little later in the show.
Cover that a little later in the show. Breaking news. Right. Okay.
And what'd you do?
We did pastrami on the run again this weekend, and I got some rest. I did get some rest, and so the reason why we recorded the show early, just in case something happened on Thursday, and y'all was wondering why we didn't say this happened, and because we usually come out on Thursday. Well, we recorded the show on Wednesday because I had a show scheduled for Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. A comedy show, but it had got canceled, so it is now rescheduled for this Wednesday. Oh, St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, the good thing is, which is actually, let me play my music for going into that. Because that can segue into this. Because California is about to open up a little bit more. And my show that's going to be on Wednesday could possibly be inside. How about that?
Wow.
How about that? So that will be awesome. Because it's cold. It is cold.
It's very cold.
It's cold. But, hey, for the love of comedy in my heart, I will freeze my buns off to make you guys laugh. But it may be open inside. So we'll see. That's the North Hollywood Federal Bar. So we'll see. I'll let y'all know next week if they let us in the big house. No. Or we gotta stay outside in the field and tell our jokes. Oh man. But I heard that this morning that they're looking to open up California a little bit more. The restaurants are going to you'll be able to go inside and eat at a 25% capacity, and the beauty shops are opening. Well, they're open, but they can have more people in there. The nail shops, the movie theaters. What about the movie theater? Or will you go to the movies?
Girl, I'm not going to no movie theater.
You don't go to a movie theater? I would go into a movie theater.
Girl, look, I don't even want to sit in them seats.
I would, with the capacity, I would go prepared. Let me say that. I will go prepared. Like, I probably would wear gloves in there. I probably wouldn't eat popcorn because you have to use your hands and it goes from, to your mouth. I probably wouldn't do that yet. I wouldn't feel comfortable. But if I wanted to go and watch a movie, I probably would just go in there and watch a movie and not touch nothing.
It got to be a damn good one.
Yeah.
It got to be a damn good one.
Yeah.
For me to get up in them upholstered seats and
sit
down in just sticky floors and just hear people turn around, look at all those heads sitting in them seats. Mm-mm. It would take an act of God.
But this is what I'm thinking too, though. Right now, like if they open up now, this will be like the best time to go because they're going to be super clean and super disinfectant and making sure everything is right because they want to stay open. Now they're going to get really lax later.
Yeah.
Later on, they're going to be like, did you wipe them seats down? Yeah, and they really didn't.
They really didn't.
Really didn't. So, so I'm happy about that.
You may have a point there, but it depends. I don't know. It got to be something really good out there playing, girl. I'm telling
you. These streaming services is making it just, they taking over the theater. They're
making it too easy, child.
Too easy. I'd rather stay in my house and watch it at home and.
That part right there.
Pause it if I want to pause. If I need to go to the bathroom, I ain't missing nothing. Let's go. If I'm sleepy, I can watch it the next day. Come on. They're just making it easy. Real easy.
And I know it's not fair because, they need to make money. You know what I mean? Right. I understand that. But, you just got to do better. Clean the place up. Okay?
Clean it up. No sticky floors.
no sticky floors. And, you guys have upholstered seating. Come on, that's gross.
Hell, no, don't do that.
That's gross.
Leather seats so you can wipe it down.
Wipe it down. I'm just like, I don't want to sit in those seats.
Right. And see what I'm worried about. Like, okay, so Texas opened all the way up. Yeehaw! They out there having a great time. What is it? Florida too. Florida is opened up. And they partying and all that.
Oh, yeah. They was going to open up. Florida want that money for spring break.
Spring break is coming up. Spring is next weekend. So, that's what I'm worried about is, people are going to go out of state because they can't party hardy over here. So they're going to go to different states, and then they're gonna come back, and then y'all done been around all those people. Ugh. And then you're gonna come back and be around your family, and then get people sick, and then we're gonna shut down again before the summer, and our summer gonna be in the house.
Exactly.
When it's nice and hot and pretty, we in the house.
Yep. And I gotta wear a mask.
You gotta wear a mask because you want to shake your ass over there and then bring it over here. Come on, y'all. Right. It's not never that serious, but some people think it is. So
yeah, those young kids, that's what they think about. They just want to have a good time. I mean, and let's face it, we wanted to have a good time too, but we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, and they just out there just having fun, and saying, I don't care. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to have my life and I'm going to have fun. Okay, but just be careful out there. Don't bring anything home. That's going to cause everybody to shut down. Grandma back in the hospital.
Right. Because you want to go and hug grandma. Let me go hug grandma. Now grandma's sick. I'm like, ugh.
Grandma, and you can't see grandma.
No. I can't. I can't with y'all. And
they just need to be really considerate of everybody else.
If you want to go shake a tail feather in another city or state, then quarantine yourself when you come back. And don't go around folks. And
that's it right there. Quarantine. Yeah. And they're not.
And that is the thing. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna quarantine themselves. They're just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm back and I had a good time."
How gross.
Gross.
And that's exactly what they're gonna be doing. Ooh. Did you see those girls that attacked the guy, the Uber driver?
I did see that. Oh my God. That was ridiculous.
On him and she was grabbing her mask. How rude. That's awful.
That's so awful. I'm so glad they got their faces. The one who called the Uber, so they had her information. She got banned from Uber for life. Good. But I would have got them other ladies' name too. Y'all banned too, because all they got to do is be the ones that called and then she get in the car with them. That was so ridiculous. He asked you to put your mask on. That's it. Leave your mask on. And I put my mask on. I mean,
they started acting up, didn't they?
Like looking like dumb idiots. Like, why is it so hard? If you don't want to wear a mask, then don't go anywhere. You can be maskless in your house, but you get in this man's car who his job is to be an Uber driver to take you where you need to go, and then you don't want to wear a mask in his car.
How rude is that? These young kids are so freaking rude.
They're rude. They are so rude. Rude.
I mean, and they don't even care. It's about you, though. Come on. Do you want to be sick?
They don't care. They don't care until something happened to them. They really do not care. And that's the sad part.
That's really sad. That's really sad.
So the officer, Derek, I can't pronounce his last name, and it don't really even matter. We know who it is. The one that put the knee in George Floyd's neck and killed him. They reinstated the charge of third-degree murder today in the death of George Floyd. So.
Oh, wonderful. Well, they're just trying to make sure they get him on something.
Please, because.
But you know what? Stop trying to play it down, though. The bottom line is, and you know what they're trying to say? They're trying to say he died of an overdose.
Are you serious?
That's what they're going to try to fight with. Yeah. No, he died of an overdose. It wasn't like the 9 minutes that we
I can't. I cannot. Are you serious?
Yes.
Of an overdose? Come on. The world seen you have your knee in his neck and where he perished. Right there with your knee still in his neck until he died.
Still in his neck.
So when did he overdose?
When did he overdose?
Was it crack on the ground and he was sniffing it trying to get air and he died? Come on. Y'all just reaching.
He told you several times he could not breathe.
Can't breathe. You should have got your dumb ass up. The dude was handcuffed. Wasn't he handcuffed? His hands were behind his back.
Yeah, he was handcuffed. And you know what they said? the other 3 cops,
Mm.
they can't be witnesses or anything. They don't want their statements in there.
Good, because they were accomplices. So they're accomplices.
I know, but you know what? He the one that killed him, and I think it would be better if they were there. Because they can say, yes, he did have his knee in his neck. Yes, we did hear him say, I can't breathe several times.
Yeah.
Yes, I did tell the guy to move. You know, wait a minute, man, he can't breathe. And he told me to get back. You know,
right. They can say that.
Yeah. Testimony is like essential.
Yeah, that is credible. Yeah.
They don't want it in there. And you know why they don't want it. They don't want that cop going to jail.
No, and if they don't, if he do not go to jail, we about to have another big ass riot. It's just about to be another riot.
It's getting ready to go crazy out there in what is it, Minnesota? It's getting ready to go crazy. They better do what they're supposed to do.
Yep. Everywhere. Minnesota, out here, everybody, we're going to be on a serious lockdown. Because that happened
they might catch me walking this time.
Okay. Because that happened right in front of our eyes. The world seen it. The world seen this.
Well, we seen what you gonna get his ass beaten in 92. That didn't mean nothing.
That didn't mean nothing. Okay. But he didn't get killed.
Everybody seen it. And we kept seeing it.
Over and over again. Oh my God.
Over. Oh, I mean, it wasn't 1 or 2 of them. It was a whole bunch of them.
It was a gang. It was a police gang.
I mean, I can just still visually see that, you know, and it's like, no,
nothing. I pray that this man gets jail time, because if they say that he not guilty on whatever charges they gonna get, it's over. It's gonna be so over in this world. It's gonna be over.
Yeah, it's gonna be really crazy. Biden gonna really have his job cut out for him.
Yep, Biden better get ready, because this is gonna be your test. See,
whatever happened to the guy that the black guy that was jogging and the white guy shot him and they killed him?
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of went away. Okay.
Girl, we gotta stay on top of this.
You gotta stay on top of this.
No. 3 of them. It's 3 of them. It's the neighbor, it's the man, and his son.
Sweep that under the rug.
That black guy in Georgia. Come on now, you guys gotta give us something. Yep. What's going on?
Yep. Sure did. I forgot about that one. Let's see what else we got her. Biden signed the stimulus relief bill today. Yay! You said
people need their money. People having hard times. Yeah, I'm glad he did that for those people.
I had woke up this morning and who is that? Is it Mitch McConnell? That's the older white man. That's the Republican. Yeah. He just talking shit like.
I hate that voice. I hate his voice. He's married to an Asian lady.
Is he? Oh, he was just saying all that.
I was shocked. When I seen him, I'm like, he married to an Asian? I was very shocked. I can't stand his voice. And he is such a redneck.
Yeah. I woke up to that voice this morning on the news. I'm like, what? Oh my God. What are you saying?
What was he saying?
He was saying like something about the bill that he wants the Democrats to know the everything that's in the bill, and you know why they didn't want to vote for the bill because it had this and that. And I was like, it don't matter. Like y'all, these $1,400. I mean, it's gonna help some folks. It really will, but. That ain't shit for a whole year that people been without a job. $1,400.
Absolutely nothing.
You're doing nothing. Okay, you're doing nothing. It's great, you know. People gonna get it. They need it, but that's nothing. It's nothing for a whole year without having a job. And a lot of people didn't even get their unemployment because they couldn't get their unemployment for whatever reason. $1,400. Come on, man. Y'all ain't gave them people enough money. Nope. So, you know,
and
shut up.
And look how long it took them to get it. It ain't even y'all's darn money.
They act
like it's not your money.
They act like they pulling it out their wallet or they writing us an individual check. Like, please sit somewhere.
And you can do everything else.
Yeah.
You know, create what was it called? Air Force or something? What was that thing called? That new thing Trump wanted, girl. Air Force One, some crap he wanted, or whatever.
Something.
They can do that. They can give so much money to the military.
Right.
They can do all that kind of stuff or whatever, but you don't want to feed your people.
Yeah.
You don't want to make sure your people have housing. Mm-hmm. You don't want to make sure your people have clothing or anything like that. Mm-hmm. You can do every goddamn thing else.
Yeah. Food and everything else. They were saying how, all those food pantries and, people that, the companies that pass out, the agencies that pass out like food and stuff, how, when the pandemic started all the way through the year, like it increased like 120% because people needed food and they needed clothes and needed stuff. And, people donated enough so that they can give to people that were in need. But y'all don't want to give. Y'all want to give Y'all barely want to give $1,400.
$1,400, and you know what? They don't even have a clue, Margot, how much food and stuff costs. They have no clue about what rent is for people or what people are paying in house notes and what their jobs pay and things like that. So that they don't even realize how hard it is. They're not in touch. They're so out of touch.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
It is. Look down their nose at us like, well,
don't have a clue.
Well, if you want $1,400 and we're not going to give you this for the next 4 years, we take it. Go ahead and take that little $1,400. But the next thing that you guys want, we're not going to do it. Like, just stop.
And that $1,400, where's that going to go? That's not going nowhere.
It ain't nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to buy somebody a PlayStation 5.
No, you didn't say PlayStation 5.
That's it. I mean, what can you really do with that money? Nothing.
I don't know. Buy some groceries for a couple of months. If you depends on how big your family is.
If you have a big family, $1,400 is the you gonna have that. That's the groceries and gas to get back and forth to the grocery store. That's it.
Okay.
That's
okay. It. But I'm just like, something like that. I mean, I don't know. Please don't go out and buy a PlayStation.
Girl, these people about to be buying a whole bunch of stuff.
Please don't buy the PlayStation.
Watch.
I'm going to go out.
They're buying PlayStation 5, Air Force Ones, jewelry.
I was just going to say, they ain't got no new tennis shoes out, do they?
Rings, yeah.
I can't. I just hate my people, okay? Oh my God.
You're going to get that fourth rim because you got the other three on the last 3 stimulus checks. Gonna get the fourth rim.
Oh my God. They're going to do something with that. They better do something with that.
It's coming, y'all. They said as early as this weekend.
Did they really?
Yep.
That's quick.
Yep. They said as early as this weekend. Some people, they didn't say who those some people were. Maybe receiving checks in their accounts. If you have your account hooked up to the IRS. I have mine hooked up to the IRS. But
everybody's account is hooked up to the IRS.
Look, mine game for they don't credit my account. They debit.
You're so crazy. Oh my God.
Debit my account. No, let's see. Oh, so you watched the interview, Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry, the royals.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can talk about that. But can I just say something? I just want to say something about Oprah.
Okay, go ahead.
We know Oprah. Everybody loves Oprah and everything like that. She got herself up there, and I appreciate that. I just don't like. I mean, sometimes I like her questions. I think she's really good sometimes at what she do. But she interrupts people all the time. I don't like the way she interrupts people. It's just that they can't get their thought out. They can't get out what they're saying or whatever. And she interrupts them. Like, well, what did you mean by that? And when you said this and that, it's just like, well, let them finish what you just asked them.
Right. Let them get the
to me, she kept... And I think that's rude. And I think that she needs to work on that. Stop interrupting people when they're trying to tell you something.
You know what's so funny?
To say about her interviewing stuff.
That's funny that you said that because I didn't see the interview. I seen bits and pieces on YouTube or whatever, And so Gail was interviewing Oprah on like the CBS Morning or whatever. And so Gail asked Oprah a question. And so Oprah started to answer the question. And then Gail overtalked Oprah with another question. And I was like, what? So that's how they are. I was like, why didn't she let? And then Oprah was like sitting there like, oh, okay. I mean, Oprah was in talking and responding to the question, and Gail jumped right on over her. And I'm like, wow, did she not hear her talking? But then Oprah just sat there and then she answered the question. I was like, oh, that's how they talk. So when you said that, I'm like, okay.
I guess so. Because I thought at some points, when you're doing that in an interview, sometimes I just think it sounds very rude to me.
Yeah. Well, don't ask me the question if you don't want to hear the whole answer.
Right. I thought I seen that just a little bit in her that day. That's not the first time I seen it in her, but I was kind of mad at her about this one because it was just like, can you shut up and let them talk?
Right. So how did it go? What did you take your takeaways from that?
I thought it was very, very interesting. I was not really shocked at all.
Right.
About the part about them being racist and being prejudiced and stuff like that. I mean, if anybody knows their history, they know that they've always been that way. That's just the way they are.
Right.
And nothing's going to change that or whatever. We all know how they went into Africa and stole all this stuff from Africa. Mm-hmm. All the jewels that she have and all that. I mean, that's just really. You guys, that's not shocking at all. Mm-hmm. But what was shocking to me was about the son. That part was kind of shocking when they said that he would not have the title as a prince, nor would he have any type of protection. I mean, nobody is going to... like we have secret servicemen and things like that and bodyguards and stuff like that, that won't be provided for him. That part shocked me because although you may not like him, that baby's blood runs the blood from you guys.
Of y'all.
And you are saying that he will not be protected.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And not only that, what else bothered me was the fact that she was going through some stuff, mentally.
Mm-hmm. Megan?
And she did.
Who, Megan?
Yes. She was going through some stuff mentally. And what happened was she was pregnant and she was contemplating suicide.
Wow.
So she knew that she needed some help. So she had went to them and told them, I guess there are different levels of people, in the palace, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so the people, they have so much protocol there. It's really crazy.
Right.
But, so she went to let them know that, she know that she needs some help and, how does she go about doing that or whatever. And they told her, no, they don't do that there. And they told her that it wasn't good for the establishment.
Oh, they just crazy. That's crazy.
So, I mean, if this woman is telling you that something's wrong and she needs some help or whatever, and you guys are saying no, that means what?
You don't
give a damn.
Okay. You don't give a
deal with it. I thought that was really crazy. But one thing I did notice is that I don't think it had to do with she was being black. Yes. But if you go back a little bit further, they already had some blackness in them already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did. Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. This one lady, she was passing, but you could tell she had black features.
Okay.
But another thing is that I am so glad that her husband had the backbone to say, not my wife and child.
Okay.
I was really pleased about that. And I was so pleased that he was like, damn this.
Yep.
You know how they say when you get married, you forsake all others.
Yep.
Damn that royalty.
Yeah.
You know what? It's about my wife.
Yep.
And it's about my child.
Yep.
And I don't want this for them. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to allow you to treat her like this. And they had the conversation with him about the skin tone of his child. So he already knew.
What it was
he
about
knew
to happen.
how they felt.
Yep.
He knew how they felt.
Yep.
So, I mean, wasn't no sense in coming back now saying that, you know, you're not bigots and you're not prejudiced or whatever, because your own grandson. Mm-hmm. And whoever told that, or whoever said those, or whoever made those remarks to your grandson twice on 2 separate occasions, they didn't make them to Megan. He came back and told his wife.
Right. They
said it to him.
Yeah.
And so whoever said that, they weren't scared to say it. And I think it came from the top, because if you are the queen's grandson, mm-hmm. you are not going to speak to them or say anything or be rude to them of being afraid of the queen, right?
Right.
So you're not gonna go out and just say anything, just loose lips. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're always gonna be on guard about how you address them and what you say to them and what right. you don't say to them and stuff, because that's the queen's grandson.
Right.
So if somebody felt that comfortable with saying that to the queen's grandson and her great grand, they knew she wouldn't care, and they knew that it was the truth.
Yeah.
So don't act now like you're shocked. And, oh, no, that's not the way we live. They will always be important to the royal family. That's a lie, and the truth's not in you.
Right.
That is such a lie. You are so upset, and now you're going to have to hire a closer, mm-hmm. because you're going to have to fix this.
Yeah.
But you don't have to fix it, because everybody knows.
Yeah.
We know how you treated Diana.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after your son had an affair and married the side chick.
Yep.
You guys allowed that. And then, what about the other guy that's the pervert that was sleeping around with these young people, and we had the pictures and everything, and he lied through that.
Right.
You know, Fergie's ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
The pervert. 16 and 15-year-old girls. Yep. Are you serious right now? Mm-mm. With Epstein? Mm-mm. I mean, it's just like, and you worried about a mixed girl being right. married to your grandson? Lady, you got bigger fish to fry.
Okay. They're way worse than what this situation is.
You have, and then, from what I understand, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but I heard that the queen, her husband is her cousin.
Oh, shoot.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, and let's face it, I mean, the people in Barbados says right now that she is like what they call, what is it called? The head of state. Mm-hmm. They said no, not any longer. Wow. She would not be the head of their state. And they say now, a lot of those little countries are saying, no ma'am. And guess what? They're all of black and brown people. Okay. You know, she didn't care about you guys. She's not in you guys' faces and everything like that. It's their decision who they make, be the head of state. Barbados said, it's over. Barbados said they want a barbarian there who is actually Barbados, mm-hmm. From Barbados. Mm-hmm. They want that type of head of a state. They don't want her. Right. So she's losing that. So I'm happy about that. I mean, and why is everybody so crazy over the royal family? They're absolutely nothing. They're thieves. They're prejudiced. They're everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They never treated black folks good. Ever. Mm-hmm. How they ran through Africa? Oh, my God.
Right.
Please. And we're sitting up there watching the weddings, and we watching the children, and everybody all happy. Fuck them.
Right, okay.
Fuck them. Y'all better stop it.
Okay.
And now we all mad. And you know what? I don't know why you didn't do your history lesson, Miss Megan. Mm-hmm. You should have did your history lesson before you said I do. Mm-hmm. What made you think it was going to be any different?
Because she didn't think that they was going to recognize her as being black.
Shit. I bet you they did their history lesson on you, your daddy and your mammy. Mm-hmm. And then the other part about all this is, excuse me, the other sad part about all this is that now it's like they're gonna blame her. They're not gonna blame her husband. They're going to blame her. They're going to say she ruined everything.
Right.
They're going to put it on her. But you know what the thing is? Her and Diane were strong women. They weren't the Kate, like old sister-in-law here.
Right. All right.
They ain't Kate. They strong women.
Right.
And see, they don't know what to do with strong women.
Right.
So they try to make them look bad, and they push them off and everything like that. And but you know what? He did the smartest thing, is get his family out of there, because you know what's going to happen? His wife would have came up dead somewhere.
Yeah, something just like die. Something
just like Diane
would have happened.
And honey, from what I heard, they worked that all out. They set all that whole thing up, honey.
Yeah, and that's what, even though they are away from the royals or whatever, they still have to like be on guard because of that,
And guess what? He said, which was so sad. He said that at the top of 2020, they had cut him off, and the only money that he had was the money that his mother left him.
Wow.
Isn't that something? And guess who put them up and gave them bodyguards?
Oh, who?
A black man, Tyler Perry.
Okay. All right, Tyler. Yes.
A black man is taking care of the Queen's grandson.
Okay. A black man. That's another thing.
A black man.
They having a problem with that, I'm sure.
Okay, but y'all didn't want him. Y'all kicked him out.
Right.
Y'all didn't want him. Didn't even get a man no money. He had to get the money from what his mama left him.
Right.
Look, Daddy wasn't even taking his calls. Daddy was done.
That's who I think. I think the
daddy.
Daddy.
Talking to him.
I think the daddy is the dad. I feel in my heart it's the daddy that made that comment.
Probably
because they said, because I just watched the clip, but they were saying that it wasn't the Queen and it wasn't her husband. Like they made a point to say that it wasn't the Queen who said it and it wasn't the husband that said it. So I think it was the dad. That he didn't say it wasn't my dad or my brother. It's just one of them, and that's sad.
Right.
That's really sad.
Right. And then they was telling her, well, she needed to get a job and maybe she can go back to acting so she can pay her own way.
Ooh.
Did y'all tell that to Kate?
Right. Kate sitting over there just relaxing, chilling. Yeah. Looking like a sister wife.
Okay.
Okay.
Need a stylist.
Right.
Oh my God. She should have said, "Can I know what you got?"
Right. She probably did. She probably was wishing it so bad. Like, oh, I wish I had the backbone that she had and stood up so that we can leave. I'm glad that Harry. Yeah, that's Harry. Harry broke the chain of just sitting there like the father, like Prince William did. He was like, I can't. He was always not wild, but the wild child. He was always one like his mom. He was always going against the grain or going to do his own thing. He went to the service. He did, other things, and you would see him outside of the kingdom doing other things that you wouldn't see the father or William. They were following that whole role of the royals, and that's what they did.
But see, and the reason that he did that, I think, a little more loosely than his brother. I mean, I'm sure his brother wanted to do some stuff. He did do some stuff a couple of years ago, but the reason that he didn't is because he was never going to get the throne. No way.
Right.
He was never going to get it.
Right.
So he was like, well, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can just go ahead and live my life. But the thing is that I'm glad that he did something different. And, and like he said, my brother and my father know that they trapped. They know that they trapped.
They're not going anywhere.
He said, but they can't do nothing about it.
Nope.
They can't do nothing about it. Because, see, they in line. The father's not in line, but his brother is.
Right.
His brother's in line.
Right.
And like he said, they can't do nothing about it. He said, they don't even... he said, too, that he just wished that his brother would wake up.
Right.
What does that tell you?
Right. Yeah, they're in a what's that? A trance. Like they only know that we're blinders. They only know that
they're in a castle bubble.
Castle bubble. Okay.
They're in this bubble, girl.
They live in a bubble.
They don't know what goes on outside that stupid castle.
No, they don't, and that's what's sad.
And he had a taste of that life. He knows what it's like.
Yeah, and he chose to move. He does, and I support him for being that strong man to say exactly what you just said. Is that, not my wife and not my son, and I'm out of here. I'm gone. Yeah. I'm not going to do this.
And get ready to have a daughter.
So he's going to be fine. He will be fine. Look, we'll be his security. We'll be there.
And look, security. And making money too.
Yeah. He fine. He going to be fine.
Bought a beautiful home.
Yep. So, well, that's the Royals. That's them. The way they separated. They're not the Royals. They're the Joneses now. Yep. They're not the Royals.
They're not the Royals.
No. So Michelle Obama posted a selfie of her getting her vaccine shot. And me and Mary got our shots too last week. Yay! We did. We got our shots. We told y'all we was going to go get our shots. I went Thursday. Mary went Friday. And it was 2 different versions of a shot. We got the same shot. We got the Moderna shot. I went Thursday and got my shot, and I didn't have any side effects. Only my arm, where they put the shot, it did hurt for a day. I couldn't lift my arm. I could lift it, but I could feel it. But that was it. I got a little bit of chills. I was colder than usual, but I just turned the heater on and I was fine. Mary, on the other hand, went on Friday, and what happened, Mary?
I was okay. Got home, did some work, opened up the computer. Great day. Did laundry, did everything, got everything done. Mm-hmm. Which turned out to be a great idea too. Okay. And Friday night, got sick as a dog. Chills, fever, body aches, all of it. I could not eat. I couldn't do anything. I went to bed, notified friend and family of what I was going through.
Somebody got to know what's going on over here.
So I did that. Had a temperature that night. Woke up the next day. The temperature was even higher. I was taking Tylenol every 4 hours, drinking Gatorade. I couldn't eat anything. I think I ate a banana on Saturday. I slept most of the day on Saturday. I was still achy, did not feel good at all. And then Sunday morning, I woke up and felt like a brand new person.
Brand new day.
Yeah, I mean, there was no signs of nothing. I popped up. I'm like, you know what? I got to get out of here while it gets good. Okay. So I just I took care of my, my business and, jumped in the shower, did all that kind of stuff or whatever, Mm-hmm. Walked my dog, did all that. And I got out of here, got me some fresh air, because, when I got sick, Margot, I didn't have, I love my oranges and stuff, right? My bananas. Mm-hmm. Margot, I had one banana in the house. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any oranges. I didn't even have any orange juice.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the only thing I had 2 bottles of Gatorade, and I had, what do you call those juices we drink? The ocean sprays. Remember the ocean spray we drink? Mm-hmm. The cran, mango and all that, and pineapple. I had a couple of those. But I just didn't want that. You know what I mean? Right. I wanted my orange juice, and I wanted water, but I ended up drinking, 2 bottles of Gatorade. Mm-hmm. And that was it. And I just got up out of here and got some breakfast and everything. And I was out probably for about 5 hours. I was just soaking up that sun, just having a good day. You know what I mean?
Just like I feel
just
good.
Walking around, just, that kind of thing. Went to the store, got some fruit and some other things, and came on home. And I was just like good as new. Okay. But I was so mad because I lost a day and a night. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it was just like, damn, it's the weekend. Why am I feeling like this on the weekend?
Right. Like, no. Man.
And then I texted you and told you I was sick.
I'm like, what? I'm like, look, she said her temperature is 102.2. I'm like, oh, no, Barry. Oh, my God.
Like, what in the world? And, all the time when we were anticipating and getting this shot, everybody was telling us, oh no, it's going to be fine. Oh, I didn't get sick. I mean, they had rave reviews. Everything was just fine. They said, now the second one to make you a little sleepy, a little fatigued, but you'll be okay. I'm just like, okay, well, I can take this. I'm a healthy person. I'll be good.
Right.
That crap knocked me out. I was down. But I'm hoping that since I was down this time, I hope the second one will not take me there.
Right.
But if it does, I'm going to be ready because I take my second shot on a Friday as well.
Right.
So if anything happens, I'll be home.
Yeah.
Because my shot is at 8 a.m. And I will be home and I will be fine. And if I have to, if I get sick or something like that, I'm going to make sure I have all my fruit in the house.
Okay.
Before I go get that vaccine.
I know. Okay, look. I'm going to do the same thing.
Everything is fine. I'm not kidding you. Everything's going to be in this house that I need.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to get caught up the way I did on last weekend. Yeah. So, we had two different versions. I was on my butt, and Margot was fine as usual.
I was fine as usual.
I got COVID in November, and Margot got nothing.
She got nothing.
She has not been sick at all.
Not at all. Knock on wood. Knock on the wood. I think I had that crap before. Before we knew what it was, I remember being sick. And I just thought it was the flu, but it was like
Are you serious? You think you had COVID?
Oh, yeah. It was like the worst sickness. It was so COVID was hit, last year? I think I had it in 2019. Like he had it coming into 2020. Jermaine had it coming into 2020. I had it before we moved into our place in Long Beach.
Oh. Really?
I had got really, really, really sick. I could not. It was that cough. It was really back out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere. I don't know what it was, and I was so sick.
Wow.
And I think that was it. So I think I got immune to it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Just I don't want to get sick. I remember being really. I remember people were getting sick. It was a lot of people. My sister had it. I knew a lot of people that it was just this weird sickness. And it was not a regular flu. It was a weird sickness that lasted like a couple of weeks. And then it went away. It just all cleared up. Throat, the coughing, all the itchy, everything. Just went away.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So I think that may be what it was. I'm banking on that. Okay. So I'll be there on April Fool's Day. Mine's scheduled. My second shot is scheduled for April Fool's Day. I'm like, great. Okay. Don't be a bad sign. I don't want to get sick. So we'll see. And now I'm just gonna roll on over to my rant and rave. So I'm gonna actually rave on. It's called Core. Is the company that put on this vaccination at the Price Church. That's where we went to in South Central LA to the Price Church, and they were so organized and it was so seamless. They had signs. Okay, first of all, because I grew up in that area, so when I seen the address and it said fire department, I went to the fire department on 79th. And so I'm looking at the fire department. I said, why ain't nobody in line? I was like, nah, my appointment was at 9:30. I know they have 8 o'clock appointments. Why I don't see a line wrapped around the fire department? I said, okay, Margot, regroup. Look at your thing. Why don't you GPS? And it told me, okay, it took me around. And I was like, oh, that's the Price Church. Why they had a fire department on here? Okay, so I found it, and then they had signs. So once I made my way back over to Vermont, and I thought I was going to turn where the Price Church is. No, it said if you're going for vaccines, here go an arrow, keep going that way. Go that way. Turn on 83rd. I said, oh. And then there was the line. And I was like, oh, okay. But the line moved. They had, signs telling people not, because the community was, when they were doing the the COVID testing, they were doing it out of that church, and the community was very upset because it was jamming their streets. It's going through a neighborhood. So they were upset because people was blocking their driveways. They were urinating outside in front of their house because they were waiting in these long ass lines and they had to fucking pee. And yes. And so they complained. The community complained. I would be mad too. Yeah, that's like, what's going on? Like, and there's no traffic control. It's just people out here. They fussing because somebody tried to cut it. You know, just a lot of stuff. Well, this was like night and day. They really had it under control. They had traffic control. They had, you go through the streets, and then they have little things on the ground that said, do not block, so you can't block the traffic that's going, on the cross streets or whatever. But the employees were very nice, very helpful. The lady that did my shot, she was very informative. She ran down everything that she was about to do and what could happen, and if I felt any kind of way, to blow the horn. And they kept walking past and checking on you and giving you the thumb. You okay? You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Now I will say that I did get hot because I'm what do you call it? A hypochondriac. So when they put the she gave me the shot, and I was like, all right, that was cool, whatever. And so close the door. Your windows have to be up. You still have to wear your mask on your face while you're in your car. And I started getting hot. Like, it was 9:30 in the morning. The sun was out. I was getting hot. I was like, oh my God, I think something happening. I'm getting hot. And I said, Margot, calm down. Turn your air off. Is this it? Is this what they asking me to blow my horn for? Because it's hot in here. Calm down, Margot. Turn on your air conditioner. It's just hot outside.
I swear to God, I did the same.
I started panicking. Oh my God, I'm getting hot. Oh God, is this it? Oh. It's hot. That's hot.
I did the same thing.
Oh God, I said, okay.
Oh, that is so funny.
I put the air on, and I was fine. And we had to stay there for 15 minutes, make sure you didn't have any reaction to it. And then you just drove off. Then all the cars drove off, and then the next set of cars went. So
yeah, they kind of dismissed every lane to go. That was pretty cool.
Really,
it was
really
very
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So thumbs up, thumbs off, thumbs up, thumbs up to them. And they did send me a. Did they send you? What do they call those things? Oh God.
A follow up?
Not they gave me the follow up, but the satisfaction. A survey. Survey, thank you. I couldn't even get it. A survey. They did send me a survey, and I gave them a raving review. I did. I said they were
they said
awesome. Awesome. Usually I don't fill those out, but when I have good service, I will fill it out. So that I was like, okay.
They needed to know that they were excellent.
Yeah, they were really good. So that's my rave. What's your soapbox?
My soapbox is voter suppression. We get ready to go through some stuff, y'all. And I'm going to tell you who you start needing to do business with. Who you need to stop doing business with.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm eating this tangerine right now.
Okay, go ahead. Make me hungry. She throwing the tangerine
now, it looks like what's happening right now is a lot of the governors, let's see, a lot of the people in the Republican states are not happy about what happened with Georgia.
Haters.
They are not happy about how they felt that all the black people and brown people came out to vote. So now what they're saying is that they're going to make they're going to start drawing some lines in the sand, about what you can and what the voters can and cannot do. So as far as you can't bring bus loads of folks or van loads of folks to vote no more.
What if they ain't got no card?
Yeah, and then they're gonna say that you got to have so many different types of ID to send in your ballots. And then the ballots are not going to be like a month or 2 months out or whatever. They're going to be within days of voting. And they're not going to have these little drop boxes anymore. I mean, they're putting all kind of restrictions on voting now. And all these things are taking place. All the people that are agreeing with all the people that are in the Republican states.
Right.
And I'm just going to name some companies that are supporting the voter suppression and sending big donations
Please
to change
don't be no place
voting.
I like. Don't be no place that I like. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Delta Airlines.
Oh no, I fly Southwest.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Aflac.
Oh, I have Affleck. Oh, Jesus.
And Publix. Now, a lot of us here probably are not familiar with Publix. I'm familiar with Publix. Publix is like on the lines of a Vons.
Okay.
The Vons that we have here.
Yeah.
But they're in the South.
Okay.
Okay, and they're called Publix. So, Delta's making big, huge donations to it. Coca-Cola, which is really shocking to me because they are based in Georgia. But that just goes to show you how people do.
Yeah.
See, now we'll go ahead and we'll have these King Day parades, and Coca-Cola say how oh my God, Juneteenth, they celebrating this and they celebrating all these black folks, but they in the back room writing out the checks for voter suppression.
Right.
Okay, so you guys need to be very careful. Stop drinking Coca-Cola and stop with their products. Okay? Stop it. Don't fly Delta anymore. Okay? Forget Delta. Go to Southwest, go to other places or whatever. Don't use Delta anymore. Aflac, that's going to be kind of hard. I got to do a little business with them, but I'm going to think about it. I swear I'm going to think about it and some changes. Yeah. Because I don't, I pay for it, but I don't use it. I haven't had to use it. Thank God. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But those are some companies. I mean, I like Publix when I go to the South. I like it. I like that store. Mm-hmm. But, I can go to Kroger. It's not a problem. Right. Yeah. I can go to Kroger. They got a Costco too. It's okay.
Right.
So, yeah, there we are. So, I just want to make everybody aware of that. I don't want to see a Coca-Cola on nobody's desk.
You going to go over there and knock it off their desk?
I'm going to say, you know what? You guys need to bring some Pepsi in here. If you guys, and I'm not a soda drinker, but you guys need to drink some Pepsi. You guys need to drink something. These Coca-Colas, they got, you guys got to go away with these things. This is ridiculous.
Right. Oh, sorry.
But this is what's happening, you guys. This is what's happening. You guys can write letters. You guys can,
right.
Get online. You guys can say stuff or whatever. But Delta Airlines, Coca-Cola, Publix, and Aflac.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that.
They are so for it.
That's crazy.
You guys need to find out what these companies are doing and what they support. Yeah. They write big checks.
Yeah, they are.
To stop us from voting. But they want our business.
Yep.
And they steadily telling us that they support us. But they don't when the doors close to the boardroom. They don't.
Right.
Oh my God.
Doing them backdoor deals.
You guys, and we can't let these things deter us.
No.
We have to, we have to fight for these things. We got to be careful who we vote for. We need to be writing our Congress people, our Senate people. I just tell my daughter, all the time, you guys have to write letters, you guys have to send emails and things like that, and they don't mind doing that, but please, this stuff is getting ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, and if why is it, and what we should think about too, why do they fight so hard for us not to vote. They fight so hard for that.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. They don't want us to vote. They don't want us to vote because they old asses will be getting out of office.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be voting them out of office.
Yeah.
And they know when we show up, that's it.
Yep.
That is it. But just like we found a way this time, we're still going to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
We're still going to find a way. But you guys need to be smart. You guys need to be smart. And you guys have to remember that black dollars make a lot of sense to these folks.
Yep.
And to these companies because we spend a lot of money.
Yep. And that's why they trying to like get us out of here. You can't do no rides and let's jump all in the van and go vote. No, they don't want
right. Everything that we did this year, they saying they can't do no more. We're not allowing it anymore.
Yeah, because we did something. We did
something. Exactly. And it worked. We beat them at their own game.
Yep.
We beat them at their own game.
And it worked. So,
but now we just need to be smart, you guys, and we need to get our stuff in line. Mm-hmm. We need to get our stuff in order. We make sure that all our IDs are current. Make sure driver license are current. Mm-hmm. Addresses are current. Things like that. We just have to make sure that everything is right so they can't stop us from voting. We just got to fight them at their own game. We got to be as smart as they are.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And if your grandmother, if she can't go online and register and she can't go online and do this and she can't go on, get over there and help her.
Yep.
Get over there and help her.
Exactly.
Shit. All y'all on these phones all day long. You know what I mean? Go over there and take care of that for her.
Right. Make sure
they're gonna make everything as hard as I don't know what, but we gotta go through it. We gotta go through it until we get their butts out of office.
Right.
So that's my soapbox. You guys be smart, okay?
Be smart, y'all. Please.
Please.
Please be smart. All right. Well, bullshit and beauty. The bullshit is, I'll start with the beauty. Or should I start with the bullshit? The bullshit is that the stimulus package didn't include a federal minimum wage.
Increase. Exactly.
Yep. So that's some bullshit. And if you make more than $79,000, you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting no money. No money going towards your PlayStation 5 if you make $79,000 or more. So I ain't looking for shit in my mail.
Okay. Hey, look, Barbara, you already got your PlayStation 5.
I did. Thank God. One of them stimulus checks kicked in, though. Now what? But I won't be getting this one.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be getting one there, Margot.
I'm not going to get it. I'm not getting it. So, it is what it is. I mean, even if you make over 79, you ain't rich. That ain't shit.
That ain't nothing. But here's the thing, too, is that, I'm glad that the money is going out there. I don't know why they throwing pennies at folks. They should have been giving these people checks every month because these people have been out there struggling.
Yeah.
Let the truth be told. All these people, what about all these people, just like we talked about earlier, that did not even get their unemployment?
Right. Yeah.
Those type of people, that lost their places and stuff like that. They're living in their cars and stuff. This money, they didn't even come fast enough. No. He should have doubled that shit. It should have come faster than what it did.
Yeah. He should have if they would have retroed it back, $1,400, if that's what you're going to do for, let's just say $1,400 for 12 months and retro it back from then to now. Then I'm saying y'all doing something. But $1,400 flat, I mean, I ain't putting it on you, Biden. You did the $1,400, all right, cool, whatever. But if they would have retro that back, that would have said, whoa, that would have, because they getting trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. They got money.
See, here's the thing. It's there, Margot. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they can't get it.
Yeah.
And see, the bottom line, what makes me sick? There are other countries and stuff like that. Girl, they be giving their people checks every month.
Every month. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Month.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That money that people receive, like, okay, so, they had the, with the EDD, they had the, what do they call it? It was the disaster package or whatever. They had that, and then they had the regular EDD. That disaster package, that shouldn't have even been there. That money should have been coming from this stimulus right here. Every single month,
right.
You should have been getting a check until the world opened back up. Y'all figured out some shit, and let that be that. But no, y'all over there sitting on money. Y'all ain't starving. Y'all got clothes. Y'all still got your jobs. You still got, to go get you a haircut because you make money and the barber coming to see you, and you getting a shave and getting your hair curled up. So it ain't affecting you at all.
Right.
So, this $1,400, cool. California, they said we getting some trillions and trillions. Where that money gonna go? Where's it going? What we gonna do? Fill some potholes, I hope?
They need to do a whole bunch of stuff. But the infrastructure, they need to really do something about, you're right. Freeways and these potholes and stuff, they really need to do something. And then they need to get these people off Skid Row. I'm tired of looking at Skid Row. They need to do something about Skid Row.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know, that mayor out in Los Angeles, man, I don't know about him. He needs to do a better job.
Yeah.
I don't care. Skid Row has been there too long, with no solutions. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. Nope. That doesn't make any sense. How could Skid Row have been there all this time and nothing has been done?
And the thing is, because I've worked on Skid Row for like 15 years in human resources and just in Skid Row. I worked in Skid Row for a long time. Okay. And a lot of those individuals, as we know, are mentally ill. And a lot of those individuals do not want housing. They do not want to live anywhere but on that street. They don't want to. They don't want to follow anybody's rules. They had, where I used to work at Skid Row Housing Trust. Hey y'all. They had what they called Project 50. It was called Project 50. And they were looking for the most vulnerable homeless individuals to take them and put them in this brand new housing that they developed, and try to get them the social services and everything that they can do. Do you know that the majority of those 50 vulnerable homeless people, they will not stay in that room. They put their belongings, like their the grocery basket and all of their belongings in that room to protect that, but they stayed out on the street. So it's really hard. I'm saying that, but I'm also saying there is a solution. They just need to figure it out. They need to figure out something.
And that is too, getting some medical facilities down there for them.
Yeah, they didn't close the Reagan
getting them
Center.
Diagnosed and getting them medication and stuff that they need.
Yes, and if they want to stay on the street, okay, that's fine. But they have like them tiny homes. I have seen like a whole row of them little tiny homes. And put those right there so those tents are not just sitting out there on the street. Right. Give them a little tiny home and leave them alone. That's the street that they want to stay on. Fine, whatever. But there's solutions that could be had, but they're not putting the money into them, and they really don't care about those people that's out there. Some people do. Some of those agencies really care about the homeless people, but the people who got the money is the ones that don't care. Right. They don't care.
And out of sight, out of mind. Keep them in that little area right there.
Yep, keep them right there.
No, they shouldn't be, put in that little area right there. Mm-hmm. You know what? And it's sad. There are children down there.
Yeah.
It's just really sad. You guys got to do a better job.
Yeah, you do. You got the money. Build something. Do something. And when I went to San Jose a couple of weeks ago, and as I'm going into San Jose to the company that we work for, I had to drive down the street. There is this park that has it's like a homeless encampment. And they have the It was like it looked like a food truck, but it was like a medical truck that was parked there. And,
okay.
you know, I was like, well, I mean, if you have a park that you can dedicate to homeless people where they can just, you know, be there and then, you know, bring in some food, bring in the social services, bring it right there to them. That was actually really cool. I mean, they were all in there doing their thing, you know.
Right. That would be great.
Yeah. So,
that would be great. A place where they can do their laundry, they can take showers and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you want to keep them there and stuff, these are the things that you need.
Yeah. Give them the necessities that they need to be like right there. If that's where they want to be, that's fine. But here you go.
And just tell them, we can't have you guys out here with the trash and stuff like that, because you guys create, you know, a crazy living environment. We get you these little tiny houses or whatever, and you know, you guys can stay in these little tiny houses and stuff like that. But we need your tents up off the street. We're going to have, you know, we're going to have the street cleaners come down, be cleaning off the streets and stuff. We need you guys to stop. We're going to have the dumpsters here, so that you can put trash in the dumpsters. You know what I mean? Like that. We'll make it civilized for you guys. We're going to have a medical center down here. You know what I mean? Place where you guys can do your laundry free. You know, you guys can take showers, whatever you guys need, stuff like that. You know, those are the type of things that they need down there.
Right.
You know, and the kids, we need to get you guys kids in school.
Right.
Or we're going to take the kids from you and put them in foster care. The kids need to go to school every day. I need to make sure that your kids is in a place with running water and heat and a roof. Period.
For sure.
And that's it. I mean, because it ain't their fault. They need an opportunity.
Yeah, they need a fighting chance. Poor baby.
And that's it. And that's just it, you know. And I just feel like, you know, I'm just so mad with Los Angeles with that whole Skid Row thing. It just pisses me off.
It is. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. I remember when I first started working in Skid Row. I'm spoiled, so my mom used to make my lunch. I was a grown adult, and my mom made my lunch every single day. And so I didn't get a chance to eat my lunch or something, and it was like a tuna sandwich and chips, and she hooked it up. So when I went to get in my car to leave for the day, I seen outside of the gate was a mother with her child, and you know, they were homeless. So as I was getting ready to open it up, so I'm about to bite my sandwich, and I just felt so bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to go take this bag of food. And I went over there and I said, here you go. Gave it to the little kid so you can eat. And I know that it was good because my mama made it. But I was like, they need him way more than I can go home and go make me something. I'm on my way home anyway, so I can go home and make me something to eat. I waited all day to eat my food. Here you go. And it just broke my heart to see that little girl. It was a little girl and her mom, and I was like, wow, this is just so sad.
Isn't it sad? And you know, that was a good little wholesome lunch.
Yep. I'm like, I know they will enjoy that way more than I am. I just was hungry.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, just little things like that and stuff. You know, these kids, this is so not fair. How do you get homework done? You know, how's that thing working for them with virtual school right now?
Right.
You know, Skid Row. How's that working for them? Come on, people.
Yeah.
We got to care about one another. You know, you call yourself Christians and stuff like that, and these God-fearing people or whatever and stuff like that. You don't even have humanity in your heart.
Nope. You don't care.
You know what I mean? You don't even think outside of your own needs.
Right.
You know, people don't even think about that kind of stuff at all. You know, and they always want to act like, oh, but you know what? Oh yeah, I'm doing the Lord's work. What does the Lord tell you to do? What is he telling you to do? Because what he tells me to do is feed my people, clothe my people, and provide shelter for my people. That's what he says to do. And tell the people about me.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that what it's about?
Yep. That's so sad.
It's so sad, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nope.
I mean, you know, you get these poor kids in foster care; they're not even getting taken care of. You know.
Yep.
Well, why would you even sign up for it and take these kids if you're not going to do a good job?
Yeah. Do you want that check? You want that check?
I mean, I wouldn't even want to put up with nobody for a check.
Okay. You gotta still take the kid. It's still there.
I don't have the time or the patience. I can't. I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm not going to waste my hours, my life, or whatever.
No.
Doing something that I don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. But it's like, why would you want to be bothered with a kid just for a check? How long is that check going to last?
Right. Not that long.
You know, you still got to feed the kid. You got to clothe the kid.
Yeah.
The kid got to go to school and everything like that. You know, is it really worth your time if you're not going to actually love that kid and put anything into that kid to make sure that that kid is a decent person in society one day?
Right. Nope.
I can't. I can't. I don't understand it. I can't. I mean, I always said if the Lord ever blessed me with something, I would just take care of some kids.
Mm-hmm.
I really would. I mean, I got the heart for it and I have the patience for it. But, I mean, I can't do that and go to work every day.
No. Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. No.
But I just feel bad for kids that are out there, you know, in the streets like that. You know, I just, you know, they don't have to be in the streets.
Right. That's sad.
It's really sad. It's so sad. And, you know, let's face it, these churches ain't doing anything.
Mm-mm.
You know, all they're going to tell you is they're going to preach prosperity to you and tell you what you need to be given and stuff like that. But turn around, what are you guys doing for the community?
Right.
You know, and I'm not just saying just for these grown folks. I'm just saying for these children.
Right.
You know, what are you guys doing for these kids and stuff like that? All these people sitting up in these churches with all these degrees and stuff like that and working these fantastic jobs and stuff like that. Why aren't you tutoring the kids?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, why aren't you tutoring the kids?
That's true.
You know, like that. So their parents don't have to pay for tutors and stuff like that. I had my daughters tutoring folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Tutor.
Especially right now, like this would have been a perfect opportunity for one of these big mega churches that you can't use the facilities right now because of COVID. That they could have did some kind of, you know, distant tutoring or whatever with the kids or what.
Exactly.
They have all that space. They have a whole bunch of space.
Why not?
Wasted, just sitting there.
If that's what you really care about, that's what you want to do.
Right.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what, Margot, they don't, you know, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't really care about the stuff that they say they care about.
Right. You're right.
You know, and at the level that they should be caring about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be bothered.
No.
They only want to do something where they're going to get the notoriety and where they're going to be seen.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. But like I'm saying, you know, the churches and you can go anywhere you want to, and you still ain't making a difference.
Nope.
You can sit in anybody's church house, you still not making a difference. Mm. So why are you wasting your time and energy going in there if you're not going to change your life? You're not doing anything different with your life or whatever. Who in the hell do you think you're fooling?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you're fooling?
You ain't fooling God. God see you. God.
And you ain't fooling nobody that know you either.
Nope. He sees it all. Hell, we sees it all.
See it all.
We see right through you.
You know, and every time I send a check to the church, there's two that I send checks to. I write a note in there and I tell them what I want them to do with my money.
Okay, I know that's right.
You know what I mean? I need you to help a family.
Yep.
Help a family. I'm not talking about the girl you sleeping with giving her some money for some gas. Okay? I'm not talking about, you know, sending somebody some flowers.
Right.
You know, because they sick and shut in. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about putting my money towards somebody that needs some groceries. Somebody need a light bill or gas bill paid, and I'm talking about a family.
Right. You're right.
You know, I sure do. I write that in them envelopes, honey. When I send them checks, honey, I sure do. I'm like, no, I'm not playing with you.
That's good. That's good. Know. I was talking about sponsoring a teacher. I was talking earlier with a coworker today, and I was like, these teachers out here don't make no money. Nothing. They are the ones that's taking care of y'all's kids. Bad kids. They can take on a babysitter job or a nanny job and make more money than they making teaching y'all bad kids.
That's true.
And they spend
and get more respect.
And they use a lot of their own money to buy a lot of this stuff for your kids to, to help out. They don't give them that much money to do all of that. So
now how come the school district don't have no money? How come the state ain't giving the school district no money?
Right.
How come they don't have money for stuff?
And that's what's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How come
they don't have money?
That's ridiculous. And that's why I said I'm gonna start sponsoring. I'm gonna work with my niece and with my nephews when they go back to school. Because I was like, I don't want to pick just any. I'll pick the teacher that my niece may say, okay, this teacher. Or, my 4-year-old nephews, they in a, kindergarten or whatever class they in, maybe sponsor their teacher. So they can reap the benefit, give them a little something every month. Like, okay, here you go. This is your little monthly stipend to help get some pencils or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Maybe go buy a video or something, a good learning video they can use. Yeah. You know what I mean? To watch something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Could be anything. Mm-hmm. Could be anything. I'm sure they appreciate it.
Right. That's what I'm gonna do once school starts back.
Sponsor a pizza day or something. Yeah. You could do sponsor a what you call it, ice cream social. You could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's so many things that you can do to show, that you got their back and stuff like that. And you understand what they're going through.
Right. Exactly. All right, y'all. We already in an hour, almost 30 minutes.
Ooh. Oh, thank you, Lord. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes, thank God it's Friday. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow y'all ears up right now.
It's okay.
All right, y'all. So we'll see you. Well, yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have a great weekend.
Go get your PS5. Bye.